Leo, welcome. We have some new cards, which means we have new messages for a new year. Love it. I'm excited to dive into this reading today, and I'm going to get elemental: air, fire, water, earth, spirit, which means we're talking about wealth. We're talking about relationships, health, your spirit. And while I shuffle and pull out the cards, we're going to zip forward a little bit. So I'll see you in a minute. Leo, we are here with what appears to be a very powerful reading. Look at these cards. We've got grief here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the 8 cards are major arcana. So this is very powerful. Actually, 7. This is the only one that's not a major arcana. What is going on? This is a major life event. Something, usually when there's this many, this is like life's mission, life's purpose sort of thing. The grief card here, I mean, it doesn't need to mean a death of a person, of course. It could symbolize that you're grieving someone, but you could be grieving any type of loss, right? Any type of loss. And it could even be that you never took the time to grieve a loss. And that's an important thing to consider. Look at how sweet this is, though. I mean, this is just showing crows and how intelligent they are, going through their grieving process for their own kind. They're birds, right? And they're having kind of a bit of their own sort of funeral for their own loss here. And they've got the birds up here on the wire. There's a lot of beauty in that, right? A lot of beauty in that. But there's some sort of loss here in this story. We'll figure out what it is. Boy, I'm going to need some other messages here. We've also got this leadership card. So like you're stepping into your power also at the same time. You're stepping into kind of this new season. When I'm getting clarification thinking on this grief card and this leadership card, I'm getting a lot of work energy. You know, we have the 8 of stones here, which is similar to like your 8 of pentacles. It's interesting. I've been getting a lot of work energy here at the beginning of the year. It's because we're coming back to work after kind of an end of year traditional break for many people. Is that why this is the energy that's coming through? Okay, so I see here that in terms of your money, your career, finances, you're kind of on a traditional path. This is something that you may seem like you have a lot of security here. Yeah, clarified by the 10 of Cups. You're very successful. You're very successful. You're definitely kind of someone that people look up to. I'm going to keep my clarifying cards to the right for just a minute. This doesn't necessarily mean money, but you're successful in the support that you provide. Okay, I see. This is coming together now. I still don't know why grief is here, to be honest. going to figure grief out here. It'll come out. I want some clarification on Hierophant to the Ten of Cups, please. Ten of Wands reversed. Definitely the completion of something. Something came to a completion around career or money. And there's a lot of celebration around it. Like the end of a work cycle. Something completed in the area of money, finances, maybe an inheritance of some type. You may have been the trustee in an inheritance. That might be why it's related to the grief card and recently received an inheritance. Lots of people are celebrating because you were able to, issue an inheritance. There's something missing from this. All right, I'm going to move on. There's something missing to this part of the story. I can tell you that. I can feel it. An unfulfilled wish. No. Not feeling independent. So there's been this lack of feeling of some sort of independence around in your relationships. And needing to bring some balance back into this area of your life. Something off balance in your relationships. Can I get some more clarification on justice to the Nine of Stones reversed? Okay, this is talking about being hung up in this loss here. Okay, I hear heavy is the crown when I'm looking at this. Not feeling like you've ever really been independent or being able to take care of yourself. And there's grief here. There's still grief here. So for some of you, this may have been a loss of a family member, and you're maybe having to step into kind of these bigger shoes in that person's absence. And feeling like you're having to do it on your own is something you don't feel like you've ever really had to do before. Yeah, that's kind of what I get here. I feel like you don't feel like you've ever had to really do that before. The loss could have been the breakup of a relationship. And now you're having to, balance lots of things. Do some more balancing in this relationship after the breakup of this relationship. Could be really, having in this relationship, there was probably maybe the other person provided a lot of the financial support, or even maybe provided a lot of emotional support, some sort of support. The loss of something about this loss is taking a big toll on. It's not just the grief, it's not just the loss of the person, it's like this space, this realization that you're going to have to step into this role for yourself kind of more independently on your own. And that's kind of scary for you. We've got the Empress and the Fool. So that's what's happening here. These are tied together. So you have had some sort of abundance here. Financial abundance. After a period of a lot of hard work that came out as a result of some type of loss. It could have been the separation of a relationship. It could have been an actual loss of a loved one. They may have passed over, and there may have been a lot of work and kind of dealing with the estate, dealing with inheritance of some type. It may have been that for some people. And for some people, we're talking straight up money, finances, career. It could have been a company that kind of really had some financial difficulty, and you were a big part of putting in a lot of work and making a comeback there. What's this Emperor energy? Very fast, powerful. Making decisions, showing your strength, your potential, your power. This is where you need to go. This is, you need to do this. So this is your new beginning here. Your new emotional beginning is stepping into this power, this new power out of a period of loss, whatever it is. More wands. You feel too young to be taking this responsibility on. I get that for some of you. Or you feel like a child, even though maybe your age isn't the issue. You still feel like a child, an imposter. You don't feel ready for this, but you're ready. You're ready for this. This Seven of Wands here is just confirming it's time to step up. It's time to step up. It's time to step into this new role, this new position that the universe is offering you. I said at the very beginning here, this is big, right? And this is possibly like a life path. Sometimes we're afraid to take the step into the path that's meant for us. A lot of times that's how you know it's yours. Is all signs are pointing in that direction, and you're a little intimidated, a little scared, a little bit like, nuh-uh, I'm not ready. That's not for me. I would like the wins the lottery, sits on the couch. I would like that season in life. That's not the one I got. That's the card. That's the hand. That's what I'm trying to say. That's the hand I wanted to be dealt and wasn't. Druid of Wands. That's just showing that you have the charisma, you have the potential, you have the power, the authority. It's all here in you. I mean, so much Wands energy over here. And you're fully mentally equipped for this, fully capable of this in all ways. And now we're seeing where this leadership card comes in, right? Very clear you're meant to be a leader. So whatever the loss was, you're stepping into a new era of power. It's a powerful era. It's telling you that you have this power. You're the Empress. You're the King. You're the Emperor. You're the Empress and the Emperor. You're also the Star. Hello. Spiritually, you're the Star. The fact that you're maybe a little bit of intimidated by this, afraid of this, fearful of moving on to this next season of the journey that's very, very clearly here for you and telling you, go, do this now. If you have this idea, whatever it is you're being pushed toward, whatever role you're being pushed to step into, I'm getting a lot of kind of two different things, like almost like stepping into taking over the family business, or stepping into, this much higher position at an organization than you feel that you're ready for. Stepping into more like the matriarch or patriarch role in your family. Stepping into a season where you're alone and independent, and it hasn't been like that for you in a while, and you don't feel like you can do that. Stepping into entrepreneurship and going your own road. Maybe you had some sort of success, financial success, or you had some sort of inheritance or some money here for sure. Goodness, a lot of celebration around money. And you may have some idea, this dream that you've wanted to do for a long time, and it's telling you now's the time you can do it here. We've got this star energy. You're going to be inspiring to others when you do this. It's clarified by the Two of Wands and the Six of Swords. You've just got to decide. You've got to decide to make that change, that transition. You've just got to decide and, embrace this role. You've got to choose it. And once you choose it and head down this new path, you'll see you're the star. I don't think you believe you're the star yet, but you are, in fact, the star in this story, the star in your own story, and you're a leader. That's why the star is coming out. You're a natural born leader. The sun to the devil to the high priestess. The sun in reverse, I should say, to the devil to the high priestess. What this is saying here collectively as your advice is it's advising you to not go down the path where you are too focused on the darkness, right? That's the grief piece here. Whatever loss or whatever has happened to really move you into this before you felt like you were ready is not something that you should get hung up on in a negative way. So maybe dealing with your grief, dealing with, if there's any grief to be dealt with, dealing with that loss is certainly advisable here. But it's telling you not to get distracted when the darkness comes, not to get pulled in when the darkness comes, not to hear those lies about yourself when the darkness comes, which is the devil. You're going to be distracted by material things. You're going to want to comfort yourself with the material things when the difficult times come, when you're feeling like an imposter, when you're feeling inadequate. You may want to listen to that voice that's in your head telling you you're not good enough, you can't do this, you shouldn't do this, you've never done this before. What makes you think that you could do it now, right? You think you're this baby over here, and you're not a baby. You're ready for whatever this is. This is clearly telling you that you're ready for whatever this is. This is the universe forcing you into this new beginning here. And your high priestess is your ultimate advice. Lean into your light, lean into your energy, lean into who you really are. Make sure you're being authentic with yourself. Make sure you're staying in your truth. If you need to take time and step back when you're feeling any of this dark energy, be reminded of the light. You are of the light. You are the star. This is very, very powerful energy that you have. So much power here. This is certainly an intended path for you. Yes, that is correct. It's the truth. That is your intended path. Any more clarifying cards left for Leo? The Four of Swords in the reverse, actually, is how it came. It's not time to rest. It's time to take action. So you know whatever this thing is that is intimidating you. If this resonated with you, you already know what I'm talking about. So Leo, I'm going to leave it here.